Feel rushed.
Night Watch.
Welcome.
I've already lost count of the episodes. I want to say this is 16.
Yeah.
Something like that. Welcome to episode 1175,000.
This is the episode we're going to announce our road to 100 subscribers on YouTube. That's what we're working towards by May 25th. So the day Kenobi drops on Disney Plus, we want 100 subscribers.
Yes.
If that happens,
Like, subscribe, comment.
Yes, exactly.
Don't send nudes. Don't be an asshole.
I mean, if you want to send nudes, my personal Facebook is linked on the podcast page. Always welcome.
Yeah. Anyway,
only men.
If we get 100 subscribers or more by May 25th, we are going to be live streaming a watch party throughout the entire Kenobi series. So the first episode that drops during that live stream, whoever's in that live stream will be entered in a drawing for a giveaway.
We don't know what that giveaway.
What we're giving away, we don't know yet. We'll find out in the next.
We're gonna figure this shit out. Get back to you.
But yeah, we want the road to 100, guys.
Yes.
So like, comment, subscribe, share, show your friends, show your friends' friends.
Yeah.
Show
your grandma.
Whoever. We don't care.
Show your grandma, dude.
Share them with your alien friends. We don't care.
Right. The more the
merrier. We want to go planetary.
Coming right off of that. You guys saw the Black Chrysanthemum.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
I don't want to call it a Black series.
That's a shit figure. That's a shit
I immediately was like, wow, why all the hate? Because you guys were immediately dunking on it, and so I'm looking at the figure and reading your guys' conversation, and I'm like, what? Why all the hate? And then I'm like looking at the figure closer, and I'm looking at it closer, and I'm like, why is it so skinny?
Yeah, exactly, dude.
The only thing
Chewbacca,
new about
they just reused the Chewbacca. That's it.
It's not even repaint. Chewbacca. It's a literal repaint. I have Zalbar here. I was comparing the images to my Zalbar. It's fucking Zalbar.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's even worse.
But
see, then people were arguing that, okay, it's not the Book of Boba Fett version. We know that.
Yeah. No.
It's the comic version, which has a reference photo on the package, and they
shit.
Didn't do it.
It is him.
It's fucking Zalbar. I even had him with his hands raised up, yelling, the same pose. It's fucking Zalbar.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, dude.
And Chrysanthemum is bigger than Chewbacca, and I'm pretty sure he's bigger than Zalbar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you compare height in video games.
But he's stockier, dude.
Zalbar was an average size Wookiee. Right. When you went to Kashyyyk playing KOTOR, there were Zalbar's dad, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was super big. Made Zalbar look like a small Wookiee.
Okay, so Zalbar would be just an average size.
Yeah, I was saying Zalbar was like a regular. It's like Chewbacca's just like a regular size Wookiee.
That makes it even worse. So you're gonna take the most average size Wookiee and you're gonna call him Black Chrysanthemum.
Yeah. So I have a theory because I think there's supposed to be a fan first today, if I'm not mistaken. I honestly believe all this backlash is just gonna make them completely fucking denounce it and not even try to.
Well, I think that's a good thing.
So a couple of collectors, I think it's a good and a bad thing. A couple of collectors have said that because it's some small changes. So we do need a whole new buck for Black Chrysanthemum because all of the Wookiee bucks that we have now are too small to be Santo. But the paint apps, really and truly, honestly, I can understand not wanting to do one XL, one buck for an XL Wookiee that you're never gonna make again.
Right.
Right. So I can understand not wanting to give us the size difference. But dude, it looks like they they painted it with a spray can. The official fucking images we got from Hasbro, and this shit looks like they painted it with a can of spray paint.
And you know,
meanwhile, they
it's
dropped the Cad Bane from the Bad
Black
Batch.
series.
He looks awesome.
He looks
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The only difference though between that one and like the one I have is the chest plate.
And
I think the hat's a little smaller.
The hat is smaller and the gauntlets are blue, not silver.
But
no, I think this is just. I think we should just kind of just nip this in the bud and just move on, because we're pretty much unanimous with everybody else who thinks.
Well, so, people are.
It is what it is.
People are straight saying like they're going to boycott.
Collector, as
at the same time,
collector,
we as collectors have to say something. We can't just take what they give us. We be like, hey, we're giving you money. We are paying you, keeping you in business. If we're not liking what you're putting out, we are going to let you know to do better.
As a Black Series collector specifically, it feels like a slap in the face, man. Like,
it does.
How would you feel, Adam, if Hot Toys put out something of this quality? Now, I understand that the price difference is much greater. So
it's it's a lot less unforgivable.
Yeah.
When it's that high price.
But what I'm saying is,
when you're waiting 1 or 2 years for it to be released.
Dedicated. You feel, dedicated to the Hot Toys.
Yeah.
And so, like, when they release a shit figure that's something like, what if their, Book of Boba Fett just sucked? Was just a bad figure.
But with the exception,
you feel like Hot Toys is taking advantage of it.
Will actually look at the comments. They will go back and they'll retool it and delay the figure until it's perfect for us.
Yeah.
That's the way it should work with Hasbro.
That is, I think, my problem is that Hasbro, I feel like Hasbro has their fingers in too many pies.
Exactly. They're overwhelmed. They do not have enough money to go between different lines to get the same quality in each line. They bought up too much at once. They can't do it.
I honestly feel what happened is that dude made his appearance on Book of Boba Fett, and they was like, we got to make this figure quick. And somebody painted that and was like, here we go. And they're like, that looks nothing fucking like him. And they're like, we're just saying it's the comic version.
Yeah. It still doesn't even look like the comic version. But anyway, it's just.
Maybe
that's why you can't rush
version, if the comic version didn't eat for fucking 6 years.
Yeah, exactly. Just now the demand is high because he has a live action appearance.
They're just like, it's fucking money, dude. Put it out.
I will say,
buy it.
You sent that 6-scale Spawn to the group, and I actually went through the link there and went to their website and put the $40 down payment on Spawn.
If I remember right, that Spawn has an articulated cape too.
He does.
It's got wires in it.
Yes, multiple. Because it's articulated like bat wings.
Yes.
In the way that it has, like, the way the supports run through it is like wings.
And they actually look like how McFarlane drew them.
Yeah. So
that's
gonna be my first foray into 6th scale is that Spawn. But that is one of the best looking Spawn figures. Like, don't get me wrong. The man himself makes action figures. Spawn, Todd fucking McFarlane, right? But it took us how many years to get a decent Spawn action figure? Like,
I remember the old school ones. I have one of the old. They were bad.
So bad.
That's all you had back then.
But they were like statues, not.
Yeah.
They were like statues, not toys.
Yeah.
And then
you couldn't fucking articulate them because you'd be afraid you'll break something.
Right.
Like, I got the MK11 Spawn. I came with the bat.
I got that.
And it's decent. Versions. Don't get me wrong. It's decent. I love it. And it's probably the best Spawn figure that we have. But I want that Hot Toys.
Adam, there were three versions of Spawn.
It's a third party Spawn.
Yeah. Oh,
there were three versions of the MK11 Spawn, though. If you guys didn't.
Yeah, I got two of them. I got one with the sword, one with the machete. I think was it machete?
It was sword, bat,
sword,
axe.
Bat. The bat with the. I didn't get the axe one.
The axe one is the only one I want. Like, I won't buy an MK11 Spawn until I can buy the axe one.
Yeah.
You and axes, I swear.
No, Spawn. Spawn used an axe. The axe has a name. The sword, just something cool Todd McFarlane drew. The axe has lore attached to it. The axe is Spawn's cape turned into an axe to help him defend himself. The axe is called Agony. That's why I want the axe. Also, it's literally just the Spawn symbol, but a fucking axe, dog.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It does not.
I did not mean to get you all worked up about it.
It is just a fucking axe.
Way to go, Adam. You got him all
worked up. I know what to
up,
do
man.
to hit his button.
Oh, yeah, dude. Spawn has been so good recently, too. The comics are coming out.
And went to the like more than one comic shop past week. King Spawn is sold out everywhere. I cannot get a copy. So I'm probably gonna have to wait for a trade.
So I will tell you something after the episode off the record. But I, as a comic book supporter, won't tell you this on the air. So that'll be an off the record type deal.
All right.
Yeah, it is I was lucky enough to get issues 1 through 3 of King Spawn pre-ordered through my local comic shop. But I have, through a buddy who comics are his religion, this guy I work with. Day of release, every issue, and will bring me the ones that I'm like, I at least want to read it. Yeah. And shit that I have to have copies of, they'll help me get. Scorched, the fucking like Spawn universe Avengers they're building right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, let me tell you, we got Haunt, which is basically Ghost Venom. Okay. Yeah. We got Spawn. He doesn't need an introduction. We got She-Spawn. She don't need an introduction.
She's getting a figure too.
I know.
Yeah.
We got Gunslinger Spawn.
I'm still looking for him.
And we don't know. There's going to be 7 members of the Scorched. Todd said.
I mean, I got nothing against the OG look, but the Gunslinger Spawn is one of my favorite looks for him.
Yeah.
So my favorite thing is that he is not Al Simmons in like a gunslinger getup. It is spawned from the Gunslinger times.
Yeah.
So he acts like a cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was a cowboy, and it's really cool to see. Because
so was he the Spawn right before Al Simmons, or was there one in between?
There was one in between.
Okay.
Do you remember the Spawn movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember the guy with the sword for a hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Okay, Cagliostro. That's his name.
Oh. Okay.
Cagliostro was the Spawn in between Wild West Spawn and Al Spawn.
I kind of figured that, but I was like, what is he after that, though? What is he now? Like some sort of angel or something?
Yes.
Okay.
He's, so do you guys know who the Redeemer is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anti-Spawn, they call him Anti-Spawn sometimes, the blue and gold and the big angel wings.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So Anti-Spawn is like what a Hellspawn is to heaven.
Yeah.
And Cagliostro is like one step below that.
Okay. All right.
Like he could hold his own against Spawn for a little bit, but at the end of the day, Spawn's gonna beat his ass like he does Redeemer.
Right.
Yeah. Then why was he helping Spawn?
Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
What I mean? Like, Spawn hates demons. Cagliostro hates demons.
So like, hey, let's be friends.
All right, so I have a question. So what does Heaven think of Spawn now? Like, what are they like, just like, fuck this guy because he's a hell spawn?
Okay, so
or are they like
Armageddon, the event that ended the initial run of Spawn, ends with the mother of like Spawn meets the mother of creation, which is a being greater than even God or Satan. Like it's their mom.
Wow.
Right? And so she gives Spawn a bunch of power. And he creates the world anew. And then God and Satan destroy it again because of Armageddon has already happened. So they're never going to stop fighting. So she lets Spawn create a whole new planet and just leaves God and Satan on Earth.
So Spawn has the power to create an entire fucking planet.
Not anymore, but he did for like 3 issues.
He's like, not anymore.
But people aren't so the whole King Spawn thing, these people remember that. These people aren't supposed to remember what Al Simmons did for them. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So is it like a No Way Home kind of thing?
No, he was able to give basically everyone a perfect life except for himself.
Oh.
Okay. All right, we need to. So, since we've been on, there's been a few things that's been going on, like the Doctor Strange trailer during the Super Bowl.
That was during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There was also
Patrick Stewart.
Is definitely spot. Oh, that was Professor X. That was Professor fucking X.
Yeah.
And those were Ultron bots, my guy.
Yep.
Those Ultron bots.
There's definitely gonna be some what if shit going on in there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
there's also someone also pointed out in a scene. If you blow it up, you can see Captain Carter's shield.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's not a scene. So it is the release poster for the movie.
Oh, it's the poster. Okay.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange like doing some fucking JoJo pose type shit.
Yeah.
In the center, and there's broken glass behind him. And in each of, much like, you know how the What If was like broken glass, it was a big iconography in that show. So in each of the shards of broken glass is another character. So like we know we have America Chavez, we have Patrick Stewart in one of them.
Deadpool.
I think it's pretty much confirmed that Tom Cruise is going to be Tony Stark.
Dude, I'm so ready for that. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think that he will do as good as RDJ.
No,
but he's not supposed to. It's a variant.
I think that, so he won't do as good as RDJ because he's not good guy Iron Man. But I think as far as being suited for the role, no one will do a better job at Superior Iron Man, at the pompous, matter of fact, I am better than you dick bag tactics of Superior Iron Man than Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like,
because
as a comic book reader, whenever the leak came out, I was like, does he wear the escape armor? And then, there's that scene of America Chavez fighting what's either Tom Cruise or Monica Rambeau.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that I think that it's Tom Cruise. I've freezed the frame and I've looked at it and I've analyzed it several fucking times. It's got a mustache. If you think that's it could be a person of color. That I'm not sure because of like quality of image. So like I don't know what ethnicity this dude is.
The mustache pretty much
got a mustache.
Iron Man.
Yeah. Well, he's got a glowing thing here, a glowing thing on his chest, a glowing thing on one hand that we can see.
Yeah.
Right? And the superior Iron Man has all the infinity stones, and the iron suit he wears is a wearable, like a full body infinity gauntlet.
Wow.
So yeah, he has the Mind Stone on his forehead. I think it's
so
the Ultron
bots. The Ultron bots could be tied to him.
I think the Ultron bots are tied to Superior Iron Man. I think that his timeline, the Superior Iron Man, is the one that the Illuminati exists in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think that's what. See, a lot of people are saying it's not Illuminati, but I was like, you got to think of it like MCU teams are not going to be like comic book teams.
Who the fuck else could it be? As a comic book reader, as someone who reads comic book all of the time, who do you think? Who do you think it is?
Yeah.
Please comment below. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah.
Get with me and tell me who you. I will gladly hear out everybody's whack job theories on how it's not the Illuminati, because you're fucking wrong. Like, first of all, there are 7 members of the Illuminati. One of them has a wheelchair. So you only need 6 chairs.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the trailer. Pause it. When he walks up, there are
how many
6
chairs are there? Yeah.
There is a big space in between chair number 3 and chair number 4.
Which is where Xavier sits.
Which is right in the middle, right in the fucking center, where we get the shot of the side of his head and his fucking back. Okay? He rolls up and, like, geometrically, from what we have seen and from where Strange is now standing, like, having our perspectives flipped of the room,
right?
We can tell that the space that the focus, which would be Professor Xavier, the space that is occupying is the space between those 2 chairs.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm just very curious as to what anyone else's theories about it not being the Illuminati is. Like, could it be like, are we getting in the MCU on just wheels turning here, like a council of Strange, rather than like in the Ultimate Comics we had the Council of Reeds?
That would be interesting,
right.
But
I'm not opposed to that idea.
Everything is. I know that's not bad, but everything's pointing at Illuminati right now.
Everything, yeah. Like with Professor Xavier, and I think that we'll get a Black Panther. For sure.
Yeah.
Same. I think if it's not the Illuminati, people are gonna fucking be pissed and like it's
what
just gonna be
sets up
bad.
People hating the movie because their fucking theories weren't right.
Right. So
I personally love it because I'm a person that I like to make theories.
Right. Listen.
So when my theories are proved right, I'm like, woohoo! But when my theories are proved wrong, that's almost always 5 more theories that I can make off of just you proving my one theory wrong. So sometimes I want to be right. Sometimes I want to be wrong. I don't do this because I want to be right all the time. I do this because it's
same.
Which, I mean, if you're that kind of person that wants to be right all the time about a movie, I'm like, well, you pretty much just ruined it for yourself because you guessed the entire fucking movie.
Yeah. Right. Well, it's already been proven.
What were you saying, Jared?
The thing to me, though, is it's already been shown that Deadpool's in the MCU.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the
you're talking
Deadpool
about
review for Free Guy? Like, he's hanging out with the big rock dude from fucking Thor Ragnarok.
And a recent picture surfaced, which was deleted really quickly, of him getting suited by the woman who's the costume designer for Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly, man.
And
so
I've been saying this for a long time now. If you're going to insert Deadpool in the MCU, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the movie to do.
Because my theory is at the end of Doctor Strange, him and Wanda will somehow fix the break in the multiverse, and some characters will be in the MCU.
Yeah, because they would have came over from their universe, and now they're going to be stuck.
Like, let's. Deadpool is the only Marvel movie outside of the MCU that can make MCU money.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. Like Toby Spider-Man, Andrew Spider-Man, X-Men movies, some were good, but no movie outside of the MCU has made MCU money like the two Deadpool movies.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, at the end of Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, when they fix the multiverse, Deadpool's going to end up in the MCU and maybe a few others.
Yeah.
Other than that,
it'd be interesting if that's how they brought Venom in. But they kind of already did that.
Right.
But Venom already exists in the MCU. The symbiote.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
See, I'm excited about where they're going with that.
Yeah.
You know,
they just didn't do that for no reason.
I'm not gonna lie. If they had X-Men's Quicksilver come over to the MCU, I'd be totally fine with that. Love dude as fucking Quicksilver.
Dude, he was the only reason I somewhat enjoyed Apocalypse.
Exactly, dude. Apocalypse and Days of Future Past and even Dark Phoenix.
Still
like
my favorite
pause,
X-Men
guys.
movie.
Pause. 4 words. Olivia Munn as Psylocke.
Yes. I'd be okay with that. And the chick, the chick they had play Storm was a more believable Storm than Halle Berry. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
So
like her haircut, everything was like
I don't want to say
straight out of the
more
comics.
believable Storm. It's that they let her actually be Storm and not some stupid one-liner, almost joke character somewhere between joke and serious character like Halle Berry was.
Right.
She gets the short end of the stick. I gotta say, she gets the short end of the stick a lot.
Halle, I feel Halle Storm was more Halle than Halle turned to be Storm. Like it's kind of like Sophie Turner's Jean.
Was only good because Halle Berry, her as Storm was only good because Halle Berry.
Yeah. I still liked her in the Flintstones wearing that out.
How did you guys feel about Sophie Turner as Phoenix, though, as Jean Grey? Like, what's your opinion?
No.
Didn't like her?
At all. No. That's the only word I could think. No, dude, did you see Dark Phoenix?
I did see Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
I watched that whole movie. And the whole movie, I was like, maybe it'll get better.
That's kind of where I was going.
And then it just ended, and I was like,
that was it?
That never got better.
No.
That progressively got worse.
Speaking of getting slapped in the face, kind of what I felt like watching it.
Yeah. No,
okay, you got to remember though, Dark Phoenix was supposed to be 3 movies. Okay, during filming of Dark Phoenix 1, Disney bought Fox. And Disney was like, X-Men's fucking done. So they're like, okay, we got to start and end this shit in one fucking movie. So they had to do reshoots and rewrites and everything.
But instead of one bad movie, there would have been 3 bad movies.
I honestly believe if it would have been out, because they was going to have Dark Phoenix throughout all 3 movies, I believe if it would have been a trilogy, it would have been better than the one fucking movie that we got about it. It's kind of like Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a Thanos type enemy to me. One movie is not going to do it justice.
He was not menacing in the slightest in the movie.
No.
Look like motherfucking Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers, dog.
I know. But I think if they would have fucking done the work on the CGI and the costume and shit, we could have had a badass fucking Apocalypse. I also believe that if they would have gave it 1 to 2 movies, it would have been a lot better stretched out over those 2 movies than the one fucking 2.5 hours fucking movie that we got.
Yeah.
So I think that was like TV show, 3 movies.
Yeah.
I think, I feel like the X-Men have consistently gotten the short end of the stick when it comes to movies. So like we've had some pretty great castings, like it or not, dude. The people, I'm not crazy about Hugh Jackman as Wolverine because mostly because he's tall. He did okay, like being the character, but like James Marsden as Cyclops, that was dude. That dude did a good job. That's a hard.
He did. Yeah,
the only other actor that I can think of doing that good at Cyclops is Chris Evans, and Chris Evans ain't gonna be Cyclops. I'm sad that Chris Evans.
He's already a Boy Scout.
That's what I'm saying. Like he did a great Captain America. I feel like he would have also been a really good Cyclops.
I enjoyed him as Johnny Storm. I'm not gonna lie, he did a good job.
So because I've been recently reading Fantastic Four because a couple of buddies have recommended it to me, and like I can't see it at all now that I've read a bunch, but I can see that like those movies were amazing because that was Rise of Silver Surfer, and the first one was just Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Those I thought were great because those were the first time I had ever seen a Fantastic Four movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think they were terrible. Like could have been way better, but
Galactus Cloud is what I feel like
that was like a cheap way out. That just showed like the shadow, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. That wasn't cheap out for Galactus, but the Silver Surfer was cool.
Oh yeah, he was. He was awesome. It was the whole movie was great until Galactus hit, and I feel like that's that one thing that killed it.
Well, that's like we were just talking about Apocalypse. The Apocalypse movie. The Apocalypse killed it. They miffed or like whiffed or whatever, messed up. Whatever you'd like to say. Apocalypse, the character, and that like regardless of how many banger roles were played in that movie, that one thing ruins it all. Like, dude, Olivia Munn is Psylocke, and that chick is Storm. That and the chick is
even Nightcrawler was decent. I mean,
dude, the guy that played Magneto. The guy that played Magneto is a whole fucking actor.
Oh, Michael Fassbender?
Yes. I love him.
It was just
and him as Magneto was awesome in like the first 2 movies, but after that, it just kind of I think his character got the short end of the stick too.
So
I'm not gonna lie, I like in Dark Phoenix how they kind of had a Genosha a little bit. Magneto and the mutants kind of living off in like, well, it was like not an island, but like more of like an Amish community kind of thing.
Yeah, Genosha.
Yeah.
But he went soft. Eric went soft, and I didn't like it.
Soft Magneto is scary Magneto, though.
Yeah.
Because, listen, dude, in some recent, I want to say a month ago, 2 months ago, might have been longer, in the comic books, Magneto watched Professor X get killed, and then took apart Nimrod.
Yeah.
Nimrod. You know, like the best Sentinel ever made.
Yeah.
Excuse me, boy. You need to calm down. Like, this is the perfect the perfect creation for killing mutants, and you just took it apart. You just sit the fuck down. Nobody kills my friends.
Yeah.
All right. Like even Professor X in the movies, like he was cool. You know, Days of Future Past, Professor X was a little.
I don't like McAvoy. I do not like McAvoy as Professor X. I don't know.
He was.
I mean, he wasn't. Definitely wasn't the best.
But as a younger Professor X, I'll give it to him.
As a younger Professor X, yeah, I guess.
Like he didn't age throughout the fucking 40 years in those movies, didn't, man. And that kind of turned it off. Like, nah, fuck that. There's no way. Yeah. Like Mystique, she don't have to age. Like Magneto,
that's
he should. But it was like what was the first one? Like 1950, then the second one was the 60s. No.
I think it was the 40s.
First one was the 60s. Second one was the 70s.
Yeah.
Third Apocalypse was the 80s. Dark Phoenix was the 90s.
Yeah.
And none of the X-Men. So tell me, between those 7 years, how does he go from James McAvoy to fucking Patrick Stewart? And same with Magneto. Like, he was all buff and shit, farming his Amish Genosha. And then, we're just supposed to believe that.
No, listen, you try leading a bunch of hormonal, horny mutants. You try keeping them on task.
All right.
Magneto is probably the only one that can do that.
Yeah. And, like, we didn't even get Sabretooth in fucking any of those movies, man.
I feel like Sabretooth's unredeemable in movies. Like, you just can't capture it right.
Right. Like the first Sabretooth we had, 99. Like
Tyler Mane, I think his name was. He was a wrestler.
He was too tame, man.
Yeah. And of course,
like,
they had Origins. No.
Right. They had the right look, like for a live action Sabretooth, kind of, I guess you could say. But that Sabretooth was just too tame, man. I feel like
All right. So, guys, I want to share with you the cover, and then the one official artwork we have of the new Jonathan Hickman Moon Knight run. Because,
listen, I need to fucking get on that.
It's not out yet.
I'm a big Jonathan Hickman fan. I don't know much about Moon Knight, but I'll read it because he's right.
So, and it's cool because it's set 6,000 years in the future, and this is the last remaining priest of Khonshu. So I feel like a lot of the lore is going to, I don't want to say be rewritten, but be Hickmanified.
Yeah.
Hickmanified.
I don't know like how
There's
else
nothing
to
wrong
say
with that.
Every
it's
time,
like taking something that's good and making it better.
Almost always, like that. When Hickman did Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
I thought the Fantastic Four some of the best Marvel comics ever. That's after I started. But the Hickman is the first ones I read, and I was like, wow. And I read some older ones, and then I was like, no, I don't want to read these because like this is the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And that's the consensus around most of the community is that like Hickman's Fantastic Four run is like that's fantastic. That's the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. Nobody does it better. That's the bar. He said it. Mm-hmm. But then we have the official images of what dude's gonna look like.
Oh shit.
Over here.
Damn.
Yeah, I am ready.
Do you know when the first issue is getting released?
We can find out.
Because I might have to go to a comic shop and get it reserved or something, because I'm pretty sure anything Hickman around here pretty much sells out.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if it's released around the series, the Disney Plus series.
April.
Okay.
I think we should all reserve it.
Yeah.
And then when it releases, pick it up and then talk about it.
I will definitely be picking it up and reserving it. But
I'm gonna message 217 here in a little bit and have him put it in my folder.
Nice.
The tattoos on the sides of his head, the new like technology looking fucking Moon Knight mask here.
Man, this comic's gonna be a hit. Hasbro might do legends of them.
Yeah.
So if I get a legend of this, I'll be happy. But we already have 2 Moon Knight legends, and that's more than I thought we would ever get.
All right.
But with the show coming out, there's going to be a lot of hype, so they might just keep up
so
the hype.
I know the show is supposed to release. They're supposed to have a oh my god, not Moon Knight, Mr. Knight. Which
I like. I like the way he looks.
So I'm just upset that we can't get a very specific version of Mr. Knight. There's a scene where he goes in to fight a guy that ends up actually being Nightmare, but he goes in to fight a guy and he's like got all those thugs guarding him and shit, and he just like pulls up, rolls his sleeves. He's standing outside. He takes his unbuttons his cufflinks and he's rolling his sleeves up, and then he's like grabs a baseball bat and like just walks in and starts beating the fuck out of people. And he's like, "Do you know why I wear white? I don't wear white, for like some stupid reason. I wear white so that you guys know, so that everyone can see me running and you all can hide in fear." And I'm just like, someone come get this man. I think that you guys need to read the Jed MacKay, the current run of Moon Knight, because listen to me, when Badir squared up and said, "My God has no angels, only fists," I think I came in my pants. I 100% know.
Now, who's the writer? Who's the writer for the current run?
Jed MacKay.
Okay.
I ain't never read anything this dude's ever written.
I don't even know who he is.
So this character that he introduces, that's called Hunter's Moon. So, okay, Moon Knight is what's called the Fist of Khonshu. He's always been called the Fist of Khonshu. But you got 2 fists, right?
Yeah.
So Badir, or Hunter's Moon, is the other Fist of Khonshu. And they're like, so like Moon Knight's like batshit crazy, and like to explain how like nuts Moon Knight is that Taskmaster can't, in the comic books, has said that he can't emulate Moon Knight's fighting style because Moon Knight will sometimes just take a punch for literally no other reason than I felt like getting hit. And so like he's and his unhinged to a point that like Taskmaster can't even replicate his fighting style because he's just nuts.
All right.
So the only other one he can't do is Deadpool, because Deadpool's just unpredictable.
Right. It's in that level of he's crazy. And like it's funnier because he's just he has superpowers, but at the end of the day he's just a human. So like when he lets Thanos punch him in the face, he felt every bit of that. Every bit of it, like he enjoyed it. But then you have Badir, who is like, I don't know, like fucking dude reminds me of like, have you ever seen The Mummy? The Magi?
Yeah.
He reminds me of that guy.
I can see that.
But more serious. I mean, the man squares up and says, "My God has no angels, only fists."
Fist, yeah.
And That's got to be like one of the most ice cold lines I've read in any comic book.
Yeah, you don't just. How do you even come up with that? That's just crazy.
Right. Well, I mean, so the thing is, like, Mark, they're like opposites of each other. So Mark has a shitty relationship with Khonshu, and like if Mark was like, my God, you know, like I'm gonna summon my God and he's gonna fuck you up. Khonshu, most of the time, unless it's like Mark will die if he doesn't show up, will just be like, dude, get fucked. Badir has a good relationship with Khonshu. So when Badir's like, you know, Khonshu shows up and helps Badir and is like, thank you, my loyal servant, type shit. And it's just like, Badir is everything that Moon Knight is not. And they talk about it in, I want to say it's issue 3, where, so like Moon Knight's crazy and the way that he fights is ugly and gross. And Badir hates that and thinks that that's an affront to Khonshu because the moon is beautiful. And so you should fight beautifully. You know, because you're a fist of the fucking moon god. And like, also Badir is black and gold with a white cape. And some people hate it. So like Moon Knight has the crescent moon symbol.
Yeah.
Badir has the full moon.
Oh, okay.
So rather than having a cool moon on his forehead black mask, just has a big glowing circle in between his eyes, you know? And so I've heard people be like, it kind of looks dumb. I'm like, the man has golden spiked brass knuckles. Please tell, like, I will show
how we doing on time?
It is exactly 9:19.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go do some stuff because, you know, responsibilities.
Right. I think that you know, you can peace out. I'm gonna finish yakking about this trailer for Moon Knight, and then we'll wrap things up.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
all right.
I'll see you boys later. Have a good episode. Stay
Try not to have too much fun.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Later.
All right. So with this new Moon Knight run, I was going to show you guys Badir really fast.
Yeah.
This morning you saw the dinosaur. This dinosaur said, oh, very good job. Oh, God.
Okay. There it is. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
Guys.
No, it's just that the next time I'm by like Vintage Stock or something, I'll try to find that run.
No, the Jed McKay run of Moon Knight right now, the Amazon run is doing pre-orders of the trade paperback of the first 6.
Okay.
So like,
how many are out so far?
We just had episode. That's how my brain works. We just had issue 6.
Okay.
Or not issue 6, issue 8.
Okay. So I got to find 7 and 8 because the trade's going to have 1 through 6.
Right.
Okay.
And so now I'll be able to show you what this beautiful motherfucker looks like. This is Badir.
Not bad.
Not bad. Look at that. My man's is beautiful.
I'd have to read more about him. I mean, I just don't go off looks alone.
Look at them fists, them spiky. Where was it? Look at them spiky. You can see them.
Okay. I see where you're getting at. Yeah. I see why you're excited.
Spiky fists. And he throws moonerangs. And he fights
Spiky Moon Justice.
Right. But so something else I thought was cool was this variant cover with Moon Knight and Miles Morales in the Moon Knighty kind of outfit with the cowl.
Wow, that's interesting.
Have you seen Arachnite?
Yes, that was one of the suits in Spider-Man. The game.
No.
There was an Arachnite suit, I think.
A mix.
Oh, maybe not. That's not what I was thinking of at all.
It's a mix of Spider-Man and Moon Knight mixed together.
Damn.
The Infinity Warps line were awesome. They
did some pops of them too.
Yeah. Amazing. I loved the Infinity Warps line.
Now, are they just like that on the cover, or is it a whole story with them like that?
It's the whole story.
Okay.
You have Arachnite. The Thor one was dope.
So, if Spider-Man and Moon Knight were together like that, does that mean they get both powers?
Yes. Spider-Man has Spider-Man's powers, but he's also the Fist of Khonshu. Back to Moon Knight. The trailer, almost every panel of that trailer has a damn pyramid in it or something with Egyptian iconography. That makes me very happy.
Yeah.
The TV spot that came out on Sunday revealed something new. I think we know who the new villain is going to be. And I think that the villain's name is going to be Amut the Destroyer. So Arthur Farrow is the villain that we know, but I think that he is a priest of Amut. And that is some elder god type shit.
Oh.
Amut is who ate the elder gods and imprisoned them. So Khonshu deals with that. And that's I don't know, it's just with the crocodile iconography, I think that it's a good chance that Amut the Devourer is the bad guy. And
Mark Spector of Moon Knight is supposed to fight him?
Well, a lot of people forget that Mark is the avatar of a god on Earth. Like, Mark is some Imhotep powerful type shit.
Okay.
So, yes, he's basically Florida Man of superheroes. I don't know a better way to describe him. You guys know what I mean when I say Florida Man. Florida Man fights off 3 cops while masturbating at one arm.
Yeah.
He
just does it so easily.
Moon Knight is Florida Man of superheroes. He's like the crazy one.
Yeah.
But even Deadpool thinks he's weird. That's how crazy Moon Knight is.
That's bad.
Right? And so with Kevin Feige and Oscar Isaac both saying that they're like, this is pushing the boundaries of PG-13. There's what we're allowed to do, and here's Moon Knight.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm beyond excited. We have a little over a month. And like I said, if you guys can hop on, if you want to go to Amazon, I know they're doing the pre-orders right now. And I think the run drops either this for Friday or next.
Okay.
The 1 through 6.
Yeah.
And then issues 7 and 8 shouldn't be hard to find because right now Moon Knight's not that popular. People are holding off for the Hickman run. People are holding off. The hype.
I got a quick question though. With Disney Plus, pretty much limiting on what certain shows can do, doesn't that concern you at all? Because Moon Knight should be a more R-rated type deal.
So I think that Moon Knight. I have faith with Kevin Feige calling it brutal, and I saw blood in the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that it's just, I have faith in it. I just don't think that there is any reason to worry yet. The trailers both looked phenomenal. I mean, at the end of the day, Adam, it's a comic book and it's done by Marvel. So like a little darker than other stuff. Yeah, but not like Wesley Snipes' Blade dark.
Yeah.
So I think that they're right now headed in a really good direction, and that it could be by the end of it one of the best, if not the best, Disney Plus shows we've gotten so far. And one more thing before we go, Adam. Have you watched the Star Wars anime?
Yeah, I did.
Thoughts?
There was like 3 good episodes. The rest of them I didn't care too much for.
So the very last one with the old man Sith Lord?
That was good.
That was the best of all the episodes.
That was the best one. Yes. I got the Master and the Apprentice, I got Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan vibes from.
Yes. Yes, very, very Qui-Gon Obi-Wan vibes. But the episode that was in all black, I think it was the first episode.
The first episode they're actually making more of. I think they're writing a comic or a book or something about it. That one was pretty good too. I think between that one and the last one that you mentioned, those are the best 2 out of the entire thing.
The first one was the Sith who couldn't turn his lightsaber off, so he made a sheath out of lightsaber handles, right? He fought the umbrella chick.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not a Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
fuck you up, my katana saber. So I will admit that I hate that so much. The like shaped lightsabers, like nah, bruh.
Yeah,
like,
it's anime.
It's a fucking straight laser.
I thought it was a good idea to do it in the first place because George Lucas took a lot of Japanese inspiration for Star Wars. So it's only kind of natural for it to go in the anime direction.
Definitely, but I want to see like some dude make an anime version of a movie. Like, I want to see the Asian people, rather than do their own stories like that. I want to see them because like it or not, a lot of Star Wars is just straight up fucking Japanese movies.
Yeah.
Just in space.
I think it was Kurosawa. I think that was his name. That George Lucas, his movies he took inspiration from, and you can tell if you ever watch a Kurosawa film.
Yes, a Kurosawa film. This is what you're. But I think that, I don't know. To me, it would feel more natural if it was like anime A New Hope, or like anime Return of the Jedi.
It's on YouTube. You just basically search anime Star Wars, and there's like a sequence, like a maybe 5 or 10 minute sequence of the Empire versus the Rebels. It's an anime, and it's fucking amazing. The animation's there, the sound effects are there. It feels like Star Wars. I mean, if they did something like that, I would totally be on board.
Anybody that's still watching this, we are on board with that. But another anime that everybody needs to hashtag is we need to get Mappa Studios to do Berserk, because like Kentaro Miura would want Berserk to be animated by a not shitty company with no CGI. And I want the world to cry with me when they have to experience how Berserk ends, because like that was bullshit.
I haven't finished it yet.
It ends in the most bullshit way possible ever.
Does Guts just die?
No. Okay, so you know Griffith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he femto yet?
No, I've only watched the first movie. I haven't watched the other 2 yet.
Okay, so femto.
I actually like Griffin. I like Griffin. He's like the opposite of Guts.
No,
he's still
not.
bad.
No, he's not. He let the king dude fuck him in the butt to make his dudes nobles. He's a pussy.
Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you for clarifying.
No, okay, so like honestly, in like if you think about it in the periods of the times and like the things that he sacrificed his dignity for his men to have a better life, like commendable things. Griffith has done good things. If you think about it in terms of like what he did for his people. But
yeah.
Anyways, the dude sacrificed all those people that he did that for to the evil gods, to become an evil god himself. When he became an evil god, he made demons hold Guts in place and watch him rape Casca. And then some other third-party entity saves Guts and Casca. And so like Guts becomes the Black Swordsman to...
Okay, so you telling me that, I fucking hate him
now. Yeah, I'm not a fan. But anyways, so Griffith, eventually that right there, so right before that happened, Guts and Casca had sex for the first time. Okay, and this is medieval times, so ain't nobody wearing a rubber.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so anyways, she was pregnant with Guts's baby, and then this demon rape happened. Okay, but flash forward to their baby died. That baby was born. It was like a gross amalgamated mess. It got eaten by a demon that transformed it into what they call the Moonlight Boy, which is a normal, like, 4-year-old's body.
Yeah.
Okay, but that body is also the body of Griffith that they put Griffith's spiritual essence back into so that he can be on the physical plane, because Griffith can't, as a god hand, can't exist on the physical realm without a vessel, and they went through this whole thing. Anyways, So the Moonlight Boy shows up at the end of Berserk. The Moonlight Boy shows up, and Guts and Casca like take care of him, and like have like there's like a couple of panels of them like being a happy family. Okay, like there's a panel of like Guts has the Berserker armor off, and the little Moonlight Boy is like wearing it, and they're sword fighting with sticks, and it's just like, oh man, and like Guts is smiling, and there's like 3 panels in all of the 600 something chapters of Berserk where Guts smiles, not 3 pages, 3 panels where Guts smile, and so it's like really impactful moment. And then Guts runs inside, or like looks over to get Casca and looks back, and the Moonlight Boy is not the Moonlight Boy. It's fucking Griffith standing there butt ass naked, and Griffith sheds a tear and is like, I'll see you again someday, maybe. I love you. And leaves. And it's like,
that's like a mindfuck ending.
Well, it wasn't supposed to end that way. That is not like the supposed to be ending of Berserk. That is the last chapter that was put out by Kentaro Miura before his heavenly grace left this earth.
Oh, I got you.
So it's actually a pretty fitting end, because Berserk is about the struggle. It's about like struggling and overcoming, and like it really wouldn't feel right if Guts got a happy ending.
Yeah.
Not that like Guts doesn't deserve the happy ending, but that is not
I mean, from what I've seen, the tone of the show and the Guts character in general, even from the get-go, you're like, this dude's not getting a happy ending. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
Just because of his lifestyle.
Right. He's a mercenary.
Yeah.
From the time he was a little kid until the day that, I'm sure the day that he dies. Like, the man's fighting fucking demons. Literal demons out here. You haven't seen it yet, because you've only seen the Egg of the King.
Yeah.
Right. That one was phenomenal. Oh, so you saw at the end when they fought Nosferatu Zod.
Yeah.
That is,
and he flew. They didn't defeat him. He flew off. That was it.
There was a scene later where there's this dude who can turn himself into a big cloud, and he's like gonna kill Guts, and Zod shows up and is like, "I'll help you." And there's a scene of Guts. There's like a drawing that Kentaro Miura did of Guts on the back of Nosferatu Zod. So the sword that he has in the Egg of the King is the smallest sword that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The one that he has when he has the Berserker armor, when he rides on Zod, is called the Dragon Slayer. That is the largest sword that he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So like this fat ass sword. Sword.
It's huge.
He's just riding on the back of Zod, fucking pointing at this cloud, and they hit a cloud so hard and fast that they knock this dude back into his human form.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm just like, God damn it, I hate that you hate each other. And he's like, yeah, like Zod drops him off and is like, we'll fight later. Fuck you. And Guts is like, fuck you. And then like they like look at each other for a second and they're like, but thanks, kinda. Bitch. And Zod flies off. It's like, I love Guts and Zod's relationship because Zod is like a child, and Guts understands that like Zod's brain, he's been alive so long, and he's like, combat means so much to him that it's like Guts being able to fight Zod and live. That is like someone just being able to play with a little kid.
Yeah.
You know,
and there's some respect that goes along with that.
Yeah, it's like Guts doesn't like hate Zod so much as like he understands that one or the two of them is gonna kill the other one.
Yeah.
And he also understands that like this is Zod, like at first he hates Zod, but once he forms connections with other people and forms meaningful relationships, he looks at Zod more, like he said, more like a child, not like his child, but he understands that it's like, this is how like this person is showing me that they care by continually showing up and trying to kill me and making me a better fighter. Like the man, listen, fucking dude can fucking chop a fucking salmon in half as it jumps out of the air with a sword that is described as a raw hunk of iron.
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
Yeah, he's definitely fucking stout.
Dude, and Egg of the King, like, okay, so what I love the way the movies did it. I wish they did more, because the movies start at the beginning of the story, not at the beginning of Berserk.
Exactly.
Because the beginning of Berserk is what's right after what's after movie 3 when you get to watch that.
Okay.
I don't know, it's just Berserk is so good. It's right up there with JoJo's and Evangelion for me. Those are like the holy trinity of anime and manga.
Mm-hmm.
We just need more Steel Ball Run. Or not more Steel Ball Run. I love Steel Ball Run. It's my favorite part. I was thinking that. We need more Stone Ocean already.
Yeah.
April 1st is when we're supposed to get episode 13 in Japan. So.
Well, are you going to somehow watch the Japanese version first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who watches JoJo's in English?
I do.
I mean, a lot of people do, and I definitely respect. It's just that because
I'm okay.
The first time I watched all of it, I watched it in English, and the first time
I'm okay with it as long as the Japanese voice actors don't. I mean, nothing against them. It's just every once in a while there's just one voice I just do not like.
Whoever does it, you know what I mean? Yeah, you'll hate JoJo's because it's all crazy Japanese dudes giving 300%. They are giving everything they got.
Mad respect for that. It's just my ears. I mean, maybe if I was more used to it, maybe if I started out that way, it'd be different.
Oh, dude.
I don't know.
I actually, the first time that I was with my current, she's basically my wife. The first time that she stayed the night at my house and I watched anime, so probably the 100th time she stayed the night at my house.
Yeah.
She came in the living room one morning and I was already up and watching JoJo's. And the To Be Continued played because the episode ended. And this woman looked me in the eyes and went, "Is that the Pornhub music?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "I'm pretty sure that's the Pornhub music." And I'm just like, all right. So now I just think of that every time that a JoJo's episode ends. I'm like,
that's crazy.
I mean, it's not like
I wouldn't know.
Dude, part five ends with that Prince song. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. At the end of every episode in part 5, it's like,
damn. Well, usually when I watch it, if you do it on Netflix, it'll skip the end and go straight to the beginning of the next one. So it hardly ever shows the outro unless you let it. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch it on Tubi. You watch part 5 on
So
Tubi.
far, my favorite one that they did was oh fuck, I just lost it.
Walk Like an Egyptian in part 3?
No, I think it was part 2. Well, it was YYZ. I think that was the name of the band.
Oh, yeah, that's part 2.
Yeah. I like that. It kind of fit.
Right.
No.
I think that all of the JoJo openings are great, but I think that part 5 is an absolute banger.
Oh, yes. Yes is the name of the band. It was I still can't remember the name of the song, but you know what I'm talking about.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I think that we can wrap this episode up. We've discussed everything. Stay tuned. We'll be putting out another episode sometime this week.
Mm-hmm. Try to cover what we didn't cover this time. We need to talk about Kenobi.
I want to talk. We'll probably do a whole episode about Kenobi.
Yeah, we're gonna do a whole episode. Yeah,
we'll dig in and gather all.
We're probably going to end up live streaming watch parties of Moon Knight along with Kenobi.
At least for the premiere of Moon Knight, we'll see how it goes from there. But
definitely it'll be one Kenobi because that one, myself included, is the most anticipated Disney Plus Star Wars show since its announcement.
I think it's the most anticipated Disney Plus show since Disney Plus was announced.
That's fair. Well, I still remember it was like,
I don't even call that shit Disney Plus. I call it Star Wars.
Yeah. It's the only reason we have it.
Occasionally I'll put on some National Geographic shit to show off how good my fucking $700 TV is.
Yeah.
But that's just so I can look at it and be like, look at them leaves.
Well, you could watch Our Planet on Netflix and it'll look just as good, if not better.
Moving art. There's no words. There's no words. It's just fucking video. It's just 4K video of fucking nature. That shit looks bonkers. They got one of them fucking 4K curved Samsung Ultra HD TVs.
You know how many Hot Toys I could have bought?
2.
Yeah. Just saying.
This was just.
But I don't blame you because I've been wanting a TV like that for a while, but I'm like, oh.
See, we were moving into the apartment we're in now. And when we first moved in here, we had a roommate.
Mm-hmm.
And so our bills were a little less than they are now and things of that nature. But right around that time, we got our first stimulus check. And with, I work. and being an essential worker, it wasn't like I need this for bills. It was like I can still pay my bills.
This is just extra money.
You just handed me $1,400 that I'm gonna piss away really fast. Watch this. And like me and my buddy, I got off work one day. Me and my buddy went to Walmart and we're just like, I want the fucking coolest TV you have here.
I bet that felt good too.
It did. It did.
It's just like, just motherfucker just won the lottery.
And then we got home, and I want to say for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days straight, I would just buy 2 or 3 games at a time for my PlayStation, just to like,
let's check out these graphics.
Yeah, I played Ghost of Tsushima. First game I played when I got my new TV.
I need to play that one.
Whoo, you have a PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get it.
Oh, listen. That game was so much fun. There are rarely ever open world games like that I go do everything.
Well, what surprises me is because for as long as I can remember, I've always been fascinated by Japanese culture in the first place. So this is right up my alley anyway. Anything that has to do with samurai, anything like that, I've always been fascinated with.
Yeah, it's cool because so like there's 2, I want to say paths in the game. And you can be like an Assassin's Creed assassin with like tools and stealth.
So you can kind of choose what kind of character you kind of want to be?
Sort of. So you can choose which way you approach situations.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So you can be stealthy or you just go in just swords going.
Well, the way that the armor works is that it like gives you like an ability or 2.
Okay.
Extra. And so like one of them gives you extra standoff enemies, which is like you straight up walk up and you have like an old school samurai movie style battle where you press, like, you basically react. You press like a button at the right time and like just dead, you know?
Oh shit.
But with the right kind of armor, you can do that to 7 enemies in a row.
Just that and they're dead?
Yeah, well, you have to get your timing right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the samurai it's a standoff.
That's like Future Trunks versus Frieza's henchman.
Yeah, that kind of shit. And it's like the game's very graphic, so it's like they lunge at you and you like block it and cut their head off, or you block it and stab them in the chest. And it's like, but you can just walk in and just samurai standoff 7 people in a row and then shoot an explosive arrow out of your bow.
Is there a version that I can buy that has all the DLC attached to it yet?
Oh, yeah, I think the DLC is PS5 only though.
Oh, is it?
I'm not 100. Don't quote me on that, anybody.
Okay. Because I heard the DLC is just as good as the game itself.
I haven't played it yet. My game budget for a while has been spent on saving up to buy the PS5 version of Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
And that just dropped, so I'm actually gonna download that when I get off.
Did you get the download or the version of PS5 where you just download, you don't get physical copies?
No, I did get the physical copy one.
Okay.
Because I have like 3 PlayStation games that are worth like jack shit, like to trade in. It would not even worth trading in.
Yeah.
So, but I play them.
Okay.
It's Risk of Rain, For Honor, and what was the other? I haven't played the other anymore. What was the other? I think I just Soul Calibur 6.
Okay.
Which that has Geralt in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which they've already announced, and I already knew that they're working on another Witcher game.
Yeah. So Cyberpunk 2077. I know a lot of people are like, man, the game's broken. I only ever saw it played on a really, really high-end PC, and it looked fine. And that game looks beautiful. And like, I played it a little bit. I played the PlayStation 4 version on my PS5.
I don't have an opinion because I haven't seen it or played it yet. So I just heard what people said, and I'm like, okay.
Are you a Blade Runner fan?
Yes, I'm a Blade Runner fan.
You would enjoy Cyberpunk. Imagine if they just.
Well, I figured I would because it's CD Projekt Red, and they did The Witcher. And
also, what video game do you know has customizable cock pieces?
I'm like, why is that even an option?
I don't know.
Anyway.
But I don't know, but you can have an extra large uncircumcised dong if you want it. With piercings in it.
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Yeah, fuck it. I've ran around naked most of the fuck.
That because see, when I heard that, I was like, that kind of reminds me of Saints Row. Because they kind of had the thing like that too.
See, my buddy had, like I said, I played a little bit of it on his PC, and by the time I got a hold of it, he had like all the weapons. I'm not even gonna lie. The first time I played that game, I was like, did you pick the mode where everybody's naked under their clothes or has underwear? He's like, naked. Why? I took all my clothes off, pulled out the ninja sword he had, and just killed like 7 civilians. Why? It's like fucking Fallout. You know, one of my favorite things to do in Fallout is walk into a city, pump myself full of drugs, take all my clothes off, and start killing people. Just because I like to imagine like this happening from not the player's perspective, like just some NPC walking down the street and he's like, oh, hey, what's up? Why are you taking? Jesus, man, that's like the 4th fucking syringe full of shit you've slammed into yourself. Oh, 5, 6, Jesus Christ, why are you taking your clothes off? What? Smack. Sleeping. Like, you punched her fucking head clean off her body. You're naked. Like,
so do you like commentate shit like that when you do it?
Yeah, a lot of the times when I play, dude, people be cracking up watching me play video games.
Dude, I know I would. That'd be hilarious.
Maybe I'll stream some video games sometime here on the YouTube.
Yeah, that's definitely an option, you know, especially in a dry season when there's like no shows or anything.
Right. I play a lot of this game called For Honor, which is, I don't know how to describe it. It is a very, very skill-based game. It is the mode that we play the most, me and 2 of my buddies. It is 4 people on a team, and there is a map with 3 zones on it. There's Zone B, Zone A, and Zone C. B is what you call minion lane, where there are a bunch of tiny guys with swords, and you want to push your group of guys to the far side of that lane.
Yeah.
Okay. The goal is to get to 1,000 points. Every time you capture a zone, you get 100 points. A kill is worth a varied amount of points depending upon variables. Okay. You get to 1,000 points, and then the enemy team can't respawn, and you kill their whole team, and they can't respawn, and that's how you win.
Okay.
It's medieval, like melee combat.
Okay.
But like very in depth in that like swing direction. Like you can swing left, you can swing right, you can swing top. You block left, top, right. You can parry attacks. You can dodge and block. And it's, like I said, the skill level, like, it's not an easy game to get into by any means. But it's fun. It's really fun. And I enjoy watching people play it. So I might maybe later this week stream some For Honor for all of you guys, and you guys can listen to me.
Cool. Yeah.
Talk shit about dying all the time. I really only play as two different characters: the Roman gladiator and the Viking berserker.
Oh, I would definitely pick the Viking berserker.
2 axes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my strategy is her dodge attack. She spins around, and my strategy is basically to just become a Beyblade.
Yeah.
And spin around in circles so I smack you the whole bit. The gladiator uses a trident and a buckler, like a punch shield, punch shield, and a trident. And I'll just poke you in your toes till you fucking die. No, he has a move where he just slams it.
Oh, he just does this. Feet. Okay, I got you.
Oh,
I was imagining this.
No, it's much more like, and you like, you know, it's got just like, it's not an unfair move, but you can't, if you don't dodge out of the way, it will hit you, and you can't like block it, parry it, react to it in any other way other than dodge. So like you can dodge out of the way of it, but if I hit you in just the right spot where you're like in a corner or you dodge too soon, or you know, I can just boop, and then I'll back off. I'm like, I use that as like a reaction.
Yeah.
Rather than like do it and let you have time to dodge. It's like, oh no, you're not. I'm gonna back up now. Let me just like square myself back up. Stab. I told you to stop. That is. But I think that's about it for the episode. Yeah, we've got everything covered. I'm gonna finish my coffee here, and I think I need to restand up the figures in my detail. Everybody stay geeky.
Stay geeky.
Buy stands for your Black Series figures if you don't want to stand them up at least once or twice a month.